So let me start by clearing the to-do data. Ls, there's nothing here. Now if I call the function, the program, and then I end it, it will create the to-do data. Now if I call the program again and I follow these steps, you'll see that I basically, it's a one-on-one. For to-do data, it's empty. If I use option 2 and then I add climb, mount, Elden, task is added, and then option 2 again, come back down again, and then I display. I have both elements in the array. And then if I close the file and call the program again, using option 1, you will see that the data is there. If I use option 3 and then element 2, it removes the second element. Option 5, that is not a valid option, so it displays that message. And then this one ends the program, but it also saves the data into my data file. See, there's only one element left. Now let's analyze the code here. So in my load function, I'm using map file with option T to pass the data from the file into my array of tasks. If the file doesn't exist, then it creates a file, it prints this message to the monitor, and then it initializes the array. Here I'm passing basically nothing to the file, so that it basically gets rid of everything that it's there. It replaces the data with nothing, and then it does a for loop using the task. Basically gets one task at a time and sends the tasks to the file using echo. Here I'm checking if the number of tasks it's equal to 0. If it is, then there is nothing in the array. Otherwise, it checks for basically from 0 to the number of tasks. So the I at the beginning will be 0, and I'm echoing this 0 all the way to the number of tasks. So it goes, well, it starts at 1 because I'm adding 1 here, but it technically starts from index 0. And because I'm starting from index 0, it goes from index 0 in the array all the way to the end. So it displays the number and the information for the task, or the information at this position of the array. And then in this one, I'm reading the task, and then I add the tasks to the array of tasks. Here, I'm checking if the number of tasks is equal to 0. If it is, then there is nothing to remove, and I print this message. Otherwise, it calls the function display task. And then I'm using read with option P so that I can print this message to the monitor, but also get the user input at the same time. Here, this is checking if the number that the user passed is valid, so greater than 0, and it's less than the number of elements here, so that it doesn't go out of bounds. Then it gets rid of the task from the array using onSet, and then it uses this to basically remove basically resort the array. Well, not technically sorting, but it's getting rid of the blank space that we just removed, and it pulls everything to the star. And then here, same thing as above, I'm using read with option P to print this message and also get the user input. And I'm using echo here to print all of this message, and here I'm using option E to print the new line character at the star, so that it gets into the right format. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.